A whole lot of rain going on out there through our Lexington Financial Center live camera. It is overcast, it is wet, and it is not snowing. We do not have wintry precipitation as of yet, and not expecting any today. Now, that is going to change getting into tomorrow, but for right now, the rain has been tracking in, and it's on the heavier side south and west, and you can see that dividing line back to the west over to the wintry precipitation. This is what Dia was talking about, the breadth, the length of this winter storm that we've got. The pink winter storm warnings, they run all the way from West Texas to Maine. I mean, that's the extent of the impact of this. There are actually a couple of lows associated with it. First one's coming through. We'll have another one coming through tomorrow, and that's where things start to get interesting. Winter storm warning, Ohio and Indiana for that heavy snow. And the last thing anybody wants to see, an ice storm warning issued for Lexington. The last time we had one, you may think, oh, back to what, the 03 storm? No, we just had one last February. We were just lumped into that one that mainly was an impact for southeastern counties. We ended up with more sleet than freezing rain. But there's an ice storm warning that runs from the bluegrass back into western Kentucky. Winter storm watches and warnings, eastern counties. The concern here, as we break it down by time, temperature, and precipitation type, is the possibility of accumulating ice tomorrow. 40s and rain today, becoming a little more showery, staying warm enough even overnight. That's getting into 10 o'clock tonight, early tomorrow morning. That will stay rain, but you start to see that Arctic air nosing its way in here, and eventually we'll see a slow changeover, and it happens around the river and starts to work its way into the bluegrass, back through E-Town, western Kentucky, where we're hovering around freezing. You've got that corridor of freezing precipitation, and then you've just got cold rain into our southeastern counties, and we're literally running the dividing line between the two. But then enough lingering moisture and colder air overnight, some light freezing rain, freezing drizzle could continue to complicate the situation, and even some snow on the tail end in early tomorrow morning. So significant ice accumulation in the works. Anywhere from a quarter of an inch, just a few tenths of an inch can cause a skating rink out there on the roads. Upwards of maybe a half an inch or higher amounts. Now, the historic ice storms that we've had, you're talking about getting up to and even over an inch of accumulation. And just some thoughts here, some pros and cons of ice accumulation for us. I am a little concerned about that Arctic air moving in faster Thursday morning. That'll give us an earlier start on it. We do have multiple rounds of moisture coming in to work with, and it's going to be an extended stretch into the afternoon and evening of potential ice accumulation. Now, some of the cons, heavy rain can actually limit ice accumulation. When it comes down really hard, you don't have the ability for that ice to freeze up and continue to expand. So that can work in our favor, actually. And temperatures hovering right around freezing. You can literally have a 32.5 degree, cold rain, even though you think it should be freezing rain. If you're just hovering right around or slightly above freezing, even though it's that cold, you can still not have accumulation. And snow and sleet can actually cut into some of those totals. But, all that nitpicking aside, we're in for a potential impactful storm here. That was precipitation totals over the past 12 hours just starting to register out west. This is the rainfall outlook. Next 3 days, 2 to 3 inches of rain. That's the other concern. Southeastern counties that are not really in on this winter weather at all, you've got a flood watch out, and that is for that possibility of locally heavy rain and possibly even some localized flooding. It's 46 degrees today. We're staying in the 40s today. Cold rain likely with that southerly breeze keeping the temperature propped up. Overnight we'll dip into the mid to upper 30s, but still keep it a cold rain. And then through the day tomorrow, we'll see that freeze line gradually dropping south. Road conditions will likely deteriorate. Travel will become problematic, hazardous, if not impossible, especially by Thursday night and Friday morning. And look at that cold Arctic air. Highs in the 20s Friday, single-digit lows by Saturday morning.